Hey, what's going on, folks? Mr. Mom. Hey, listen to this, guys. I think it's important to be flexible when you're talking about doing an aquascape. And what I mean by that, I'm just going to talk about my own personal experience and what I'm personally guilty of. And that's like kind of falling in love with like a particular species of plant, when I'm thinking about doing a new aquascape, because I re-aquascape a lot. And I always think, oh, okay, I want this certain plant and I want this certain plant, and they're going to grow wicked and everything's going to look great. Okay, well, in theory, yes, that's right. And you can do, everything that you can control as far as the lighting, the substrate, getting them CO2, getting everything consistent and on schedule. But the thing is, there's a lot of plants, and I'm going to call out a couple plants by name, guys. Let's just throw this out here right now. Bolixa japonica. Let's start with that. Great plant, great grassy plant, but if you don't meet the specific needs that, Bolixa japonica wants, it's not going to do good. In fact, it's going to be garbage. And really, it's kind of specific needs. So unless you're going to, pretty much cater your entire tank around that Bolixa japonica, you're probably going to find that, if you cater to the Bolixa is going to do great, but maybe some of your other stuff may suffer depending upon what you have. So it is important to, make sure that all the plants that you put in there kind of blend together as far as needs, as far as, pH and temperature and dosing needs as far as like potassium and phosphates and nitrogen and stuff like that, because there can be a big difference. Some plants like a lot of potassium. Some plants don't want any potassium, so that's important to think about. But as far as being, kind of flexible with your scaping and everything, what I'm trying to do, and it may not work for everybody, but it works for me so far, is instead of picking a specific kind of plant, I want to pick like a style of plant. Like Bolixa japonica, it's a nice grassy plant, but there's other plants that give you that nice grassy look that are a little bit more flexible and that are going to work in, a more general sense, where you don't have to meet specific criteria. Another plant that's like Bolixa japonica that I'm just going to talk about because I'm showing is stargrass. Like stargrass, I can get it to grow awesome in this tank, which is a 15-gallon, high light, CO2, everything else. I put it in the 40 long in there. I can't get it to grow a bit because my rainbow fish love it and they destroy it, really is the main reason. But then, the SP Japan here, on the other hand, seems to be a real easy grower because it's growing awesome in this 15, and it's also growing awesome going from immersed to submerged form in my 33 out there, which I'm not really running any CO2 on, and this tank gets high CO2. I mean, look at the SP Japan. Looks wicked. Love this stuff. So I can't really say too much more good things about the SP Japan, but, just be flexible, guys, instead of saying, God, I have to have Bolixa, and if the Bolixa japonica doesn't do well, then my entire tank is a failure. I mean, that's not the truth. I mean, there's a reason why it's not doing well. You're not meeting the needs for whatever reason. There's tons of reasons it could be. But maybe try a different plant, maybe try some dwarf sage or some narrowleaf sage or some dwarf hairgrass or some sort of other, type of grassy plant that's going to give you that look that you want that maybe is a little bit easier. Like dwarf sage, pure easy to grow. Pure easy to grow. Way easier to grow than Bolixa japonica. And I try and get people into this first if they're beginners, because people get on YouTube, they see someone else's tank where the Bolixa japonica looks absolutely awesome, and they're like, oh my God, I want that, and if I don't have that, I'm a failure. So just be flexible, guys. That's my rambling. Look at that baby Madagascar. She's growing. She's a growing, guys, about 1.5 inches. And I'm giddy about it. So that's it. Not taking up any more of your time. Give me any questions, comments about any of the crap that I just said. I think, I might have said something that was worth something there. So store's going to be full here next week, guys. Got hit big over the holidays. So thanks for everyone who, participated in the shipping deal and bought some plants. We appreciate that. We're going to get some new plants in order here next week. J Flash Tanks, Mr. Mom Tanks. Running out of breath. Peace.